Hey guys, it's SRC Reptiles, and today I'm going to be showing you a new addition to the Talagonia's Geckos family. Also, I wanted to show you real quick, I got these new totes for the babies. They, I'm pretty sure, are $8.99 or $8.89, something like that at Walmart. They have these really nice clips here. As you can see, there's 3 different ridges here, and if you listen, they make those different clicking noises, and that lets you choose how closed you actually want it to be. I DIY'd them, so I've got a panel of ventilation here at the top, and I have a video that shows how I do that because I obviously have these ones here that I've done the same thing, and these are just from the Dollar Tree. I'm not really sure if they still make those or not because I bought those like back in 2018, so I'm not sure if they, well, not 2018. 2019, sorry. But we got a new baby over here. His name is Gecko. He actually was named Francis. I didn't really like that name very much. While Francis is a very cute name, I just was randomly thinking of a name while I was in the car, and Gecko came to mind. I was like, that's kind of a cool name you don't really hear. And little Rascal, I switched from this size of a container to this one here, just because I like not having to, come in here and then come back whenever I'm bringing little Rascal into the bedroom, because we have our bedroom that, you know, our bed and stuff is in, me and my boyfriend, and we sit in there on the bed to feed them. And I like being able to take each container and sit it in there so we can go from gecko to gecko. Well, with him, his tank, or her tank, actually little Rascal is a boy. So with his tank, it obviously was the glass one, and so I was like, well, I kind of want to see if I can find a nicer tub. And of course, like I said, these were 8 something at Walmart. And most people have a Walmart around, or you can even get online. But here's the specifics if you happen to need them. I really like the quality of it so far. They're very thick plastic. And of course, I like that there's multiple clicks. So that's not just going to easily come loose or anything. So anyway, I'm going to be weighing the Crested Geckos today. But I wanted to show you Gecko because he will be going first, or she. Because of the fact that, you know, a new baby I just bought today at the local reptile show. A woman that knew of me apparently from Facebook, but I did not know her, so I thought that was kind of cool. So we got to visiting, and I talked myself into buying this one because of all the different Crested Geckos there. This one is looking tricolor, which is obviously what I'm wanting to work with. And I always am looking to introduce new bloodlines to my lineage because, of course, we've got Twix down here that will be being paired with Indigo and Snickers, which both of them just happen to be chilling right now. So here's Indigo, and then Snickers over here being suspicious. We got Mischief over here in the corner probably drinking from his water dish. I got 3 nice pieces of cork today for $10 each there that are huge. Like this little tiny piece here cost me, I think, $6 or $7. And these pieces that I got for 10 are like really big, so they're a little bit longer than that piece there. So I'm excited to get those washed so that I can put a piece of cork into there. I'm going to probably let her keep that one, but I'll give her a second piece of cork. And then I'll decide who gets the third piece. Probably, I don't know, probably, oh, both those kind of have a decent amount, but I need to get a plant to put in the middle because I like to have plants in the center of the tank and not just have a bunch of bridges. Well, I do obviously like what's in there, but anyway, I'm rambling. We're going to be weighing the geckos, so let me get the scale set up and then I'll show you guys this little one. He definitely has some growing to do, he or she, because Peep and Serenity both hatched the same month that this one did, and this one's really small compared to Peep and Serenity, so I'm thinking this person probably didn't hand feed, which obviously it's a huge undertaking when you've got a lot of babies, but at the same time, it definitely keeps them growing healthy and not skipping meals and just kind of eating whenever they find the food. So, or if, you know, the food dries up, then they're kind of, you know, out of luck until you put fresh in there. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and start weighing, and then these guys are going to get fed right after this video. Okay guys, so I'll go ahead and get the new little baby out here for you to see. And I've got the scale all set up with his container he was sold to me with. So he's got a lot of pinstriping, which I really like. I'm not going to talk too loud because I don't want to scare him. Oh, something just made a noise in Blaze's tank. Okay, so here's the new little baby here. He's fired down. But you can see he's got a really nice amount of white already developing there on both sides. And I will, of course, put pictures in of his parents. Got some nice pinstriping, like I said. She had the sibling to this one, and he was a full pinstripe, and she just brought him to show him off. So we've got the scale already zeroed. So let me get this set up to where it's not touching anywhere. I'm going to try to place him just on the scale itself and see, but yeah, that's small. Because obviously with mine, let's go to the page real quick, which you'll obviously get to see later, but the geckos that are of the same age are already up to 6.9 grams as of last month. So this baby is 3 grams less than the 2 that I have from the same month this one was born. And this one's actually a little bit older than those 2. Okay, so let me turn this off and then I will turn it back on. Gotta wait till it comes up 0. There we go. Alrighty, little buddy. Come over here and sit down for me, okay? No. There. I don't know if he's... Well, let me try to situate him real quick. Okay, I got him to hold still for a few seconds. So yes, it is correct without this dish here and turning it off. 3.30 grams pretty much, which like I just said is pretty small. So I'm going to come over here and go ahead and put him up because I don't want to stress him out too much. He's already going to be getting held later to get fed, but as you can see it is a very well behaved baby. But and I was very happy that she handles them enough to the point that they are tame. But at the same time that's just kind of a little, it was 3.30, yeah. I mean, I understand if a person has like a bunch of geckos and they don't have the manpower or the time to be able to hand feed every single one, but at the same time, when it's like the entire 3 grams smaller than a gecko that was born after it, I don't know. It just seems a bit small. Hopefully it was getting fed enough. I don't know. I can't obviously judge because I'm not, you know, that person. I can't obviously judge because I'm not her and I don't know the situation and stuff. And it could be that this baby's just stubborn and doesn't really like to eat, so I don't know. But just from seeing how small it is compared to mine, yeah, it's just kind of small. But anyway, we'll go ahead and move on to some of the other babies. Okay guys, so I am getting the scales ready because I'm going to be weighing Pop-Tart and Quibbler. So let me zero that real quick. So, okay. First we'll do a little Pop-Tart here. We'll see how well they're going to behave. They kind of like to run and be all crazy. I mean, as babies who are only a couple weeks, close to a couple weeks old anyway. Whoop. Here you are. Okay, let's switch hands real quick. Oh, you just squeaked at me. Okay, so I got him in his little cup now. Now here's to hoping he stays and doesn't try to jump. 2 grams exactly. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Okay. It's always kind of funny when we get an even amount. Okay, so next we will do Quibbler, which is Pop-Tart's sibling. Okay. Little Pop-Tart is so cute. For you guys who don't know, Pop-Tart and Quibbler hatched on the 26th and the 28th of March. So they are very, very new little babies. Okay, get you in here. There you go. Don't jump out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this one out real quick. I'm not going to bore you by making me watch, making you guys watch me dig around to get the baby out because I can see Pop-Tart or Quibbler is hiding down there. So I'm going to get him or her out real quick and then I'll come back. Okay, so Quibbler is extremely rowdy tonight and is being a little turd, so would not surprise me at all if they do not sit still for this. I'm shocked. Completely shocked that they're sitting still. Okay, so 2.15. What a little chunk. Okay. That is a really good weight gain. Both of them honestly have really good weight gains since they hatched. Oops, sorry, you guys can't really see. I'm not fully paying attention to where the camera angle is when I'm writing stuff down. I'll let you, come on, slip in there. Hey, I only got one hand. Work with me, buddy. There we go. Okay, so next up we're going to do the little bit older babies, which include Serenity, sorry, was thinking about something. It includes Serenity, Peep, Lark, and Little Rascal. So we'll get to see what they have done progression-wise, because they have been doing pretty good. Oh yeah, and Vesper. We can't forget about Vesper. We might as well do them first. Okay guys, so here's Vesper. Getting quite big for as old as they are, because they're only like 4 months old, if I remember correctly. Wait, no. Vesper was born in November. Suspicious. That's the most suspicious I've ever seen. Quite funny. Oh, okay, there. I took a picture. Okay, that was pretty cute. I'm sure my boyfriend is going to think that's adorable. No, you need to stay in your container so I can weigh you. Get in there. No, for 2 seconds, don't move. No, don't move. Okay. Living on the edge right here. Okay, 9.18 is what we're going to go with, but I'm going to move Vesper in a little bit more and see if she will sit still so I can make sure that that's correct. Okay, so we're going to go with 9.18. That's, oh my goodness, that's a lot. It was 6.49 last time. That's pretty funny. That's a whole entire 3 grams. Well, around 3 grams anyway. This freaking gargoyle gecko was a heckin' chunk, in my boyfriend's words. You are such a big lady, or big boy. We don't know gender yet, but looking female from what I can see, because I'm not spotting any pores. Yeah, so Garg is very big. And of course, here is Gargoyle's tank, for anyone who's curious. Okay, so let's do Little Rascal next, since Little Rascal just happens to be, like, right here. I will find their name on here real quick. So Little Rascal was 8.13 grams. Little Rascal is 2 months older than Vesper. But because of the fact of the age difference, quite smaller, which is crazy. Or not age difference, sorry, I just said age difference. Because of the species difference. Okay. So here is Little Rascal. Is a male for sure because I can see pores going on. Oh, let me see if I can switch hands here. Okay. There you go. In the cup. Okay. A little bit more calm compared to Vesper. Vesper's just kind of crazy. Oh, it looks like they're comparable in weight, even though this one is literally 2 months older. 9.63. Okay. There we go. So, not too bad at all. Obviously, any weight gain is always a positive. But yeah, I'm really hoping that Peep goes female, because all of the babies are boys, except for Peep. I have no idea if Peep is a male or a female. So, that kind of makes it hard, because I obviously do not want to keep a whole bunch of males. So, if Peep ends up being a male, then I'm going to have to decide by the time they're a year old which ones I want to keep. Because I obviously am not going to keep a bunch of boys. Because, you know, that really doesn't help me much for breeding. So let's see, we've got Lark here, so let me go to their page. Seriously, cat? Okay, hold on. Okay, so got Blossom out of here because he was trying to knock stuff down unintentionally. So Lark here, as you can see, is quite a bit smaller than Little Rascal. And they hatched literally the same time, well, a day apart, but they hatched the same month. So it's kind of interesting how certain ones grow quicker than others. Also, these plants here you can get at Walmart as well. I think they're $4 something. But that's a lot cheaper than what you'd be spending on a plant made for a reptile versus one that's just a decorative plant. Okay, so 7.60. Oh, the scale needs to make its mind up. Okay, so we'll just go with that since that's what it's sitting at. 7.62. Oh, yeah. Better write it down before I forget. Okay, so that is really good. That's an entire almost 2 grams. So I'm very happy about that because I've really been trying to get Lark to eat a little bit more, and I've been trying different flavors of Pangea with the babies to hopefully find one that they like a little bit more. Because for a while I was just giving them the fruit and insect one, and then they were getting, oh wait, no, they started out with the breeding formula, and they didn't care for that one. So we went to watermelon, and they weren't really that big of a fan, but they'd eat it. So then we tried the apricot and banana. None of them liked that one at all. They would eat it, but that was about it. And then we went to the papaya and the fruit and insects, which are obviously 2 different ones. And they seem to like the fruit and insects and the papaya. They like those ones. So I'm glad that I at least found a couple of them that they like. So the papaya, I'm going to have to probably end up ordering a larger bag because I have a pretty decent sized bag of the watermelon and a really big bag of the fruit and insects because those are the 2 popular ones. And then Mischief likes the papaya. So going to have to probably get a big bag of that. None of them liked the fig and the insects, so they're just weirdos. But here is Peep. And you can see that she, or I'm just going to say she for now, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, is looking extreme harlequin, we're going to say, because not enough white to say that it's going to be a tricolor. Obviously they can still develop colors and patterns as they get older because they're not even a year old yet, so. Okay. Oh, Peep, stay. So we're looking at around 8.50 in there. I'm going to see if I can get her to go back into the dish. That's the one thing with these babies is sometimes they behave and sometimes they don't. Nope. I really should have got the lid, but I didn't think I was going to need it because most of the time, hold on, I'm just going to hold my hand here for a second. Most of the time they do not give me trouble. Most of the time they actually sit still. My goodness. Okay, it said 8.52 / 8.53, so we're just going to go with 8.52. Because Peep clearly does not want to hold still for more than half of a second. Okay, so we'll put Peep back in there. I will write down 8.52, which is very good. Okay, so a little over 2 grams gained, so that's always good. So let's see who we have next. I think we've got all of the babies done, yep. So we will now move on to the larger scale and I won't have to use the smaller one. So much easier just sitting them on this one. Like this one's a pain in the butt, but I like it because it gives me specific weights. And that's important when they are babies. And I normally will use this scale until they reach 30 grams and then 30 grams and up I start to weigh on this one because obviously once they hit the 30 gram range and they keep going up, I don't think that the 0.00 area is that important when it comes to them being adults. Obviously if they started to lose weight a lot, then I'd probably be concerned, but I think that scale maxes out at like 50 grams or something like that. I don't remember, but there's a reason I stopped using it when my adults got certain sizes, so I can't remember if that's it or not. Anyway, we'll go ahead and move on to the adults. I can't believe, guys, that I almost forgot about Serenity. I was looking at the babies' totes when I went to put them up, and I was like, hold on. I don't recall getting Serenity out. I don't think I've weighed her yet. Well, him, I should say. Since Serenity is a boy, I was hoping that it would be a girl, because obviously Serenity doesn't sound like a boy's name. But obviously whoever buys Serenity can have the freedom to rename the gecko. Okay. Serenity is a nice little gecko and likes to behave for me. 7.86? Yeah, we're going to go with that. So 7.86. Okay. Yeah, that's a really big, drastic difference from the gecko that was born that same month as them and is older. So definitely going to have to try to beef that one up. So Serenity is kind of a question mark because I can't decide whether she is a bicolor because she really doesn't look like there's a big difference. Like, obviously on camera you definitely can't see it, but in person when Serenity is fired up, he is a really kind of tannish brown on the top, and then you can kind of tell the difference going on, and then a more of a reddish brick brown on the sides, and of course white portholes. Got like a brindle patterning or a tiger patterning, whichever it is, that shows up when they're fired up, and it vaguely shows up when they're fired down. So Serenity's just an oddball for sure. I really, of course, like the red that I don't think you can really see, but kind of can see a little bit of the red that's under the throat there and on the belly. Very pretty. That definitely comes from Harmony because she is like that as well. She has a really pretty red throat. Okay, so anyway, we'll go ahead and get Twix out now. I feel dumb because I almost forgot Serenity. It's like, pff, how could somebody forget their own child? Okay, so I know I said I was going to do Twix next, but he's kind of hiding in these four right here are in my sights, so we're just going to start out with them first. So we've got Snickers here in this one, and obviously Twix is big enough to be bred, but he's being a little turd, and he doesn't want to cooperate. But here is Snickers, fired down, of course. And she is quite heavy, so I'm sure she's going to be big. So we'll get her to go ahead and climb onto here. So it looks like she's coming up 63, but I'm going to see if I can get her to go a little bit more towards the center. Yeah, so she's at 63 grams. That's pretty good. She was at 60 last month. Oops, sorry. So that is always good. Okay, so now we will get Mischief out. Snickers and Mischief are probably my best eaters when it comes to the babies that I hatched out here. Ember is the best adult when it comes to the original three that I started out with. Snickers and Mischief are the only ones that will eat from their dishes. Like all their food, immediately they'll eat it up. And it's crazy how well they'll eat their food. Because Indigo will eat from her bowl, but she normally doesn't eat all of her food. And Harmony will eat from her bowl whenever she feels like it, and she's been having to be hand-fed lately because she has not been eating her food when I put it in her tank for her. So it looks like Mischief here is at 51 grams. That's a good weight for him. Okay. So he was 52 last month, so he's normally always consistently in the low 50s. Okay. So we'll be doing Harmony next, which was his mate. So Mischief here is the father of all of the baby Crested Geckos, except for the new one, of course. So he is the dad to Peep, Serenity, Lark, Little Rascal, Pop-Tart, and Quibbler. And he still has 3 eggs in the incubator, him and Harmony do. So I'm going to go ahead and stick him on his little coil here. And these I got from Amazon, these bamboo branches, and I really like them. I just have an all-natural twine that does not have any kind of dye or anything in it that I use to tie them to the top of the container so that they are suspended, because their suction cups, they aren't long enough to actually suction to the glass itself. So I just tied them instead. And of course with this, you can see I did the same thing there. So this is Harmony. And she, of course, laid 1 egg last month, and no more, so... And that one specific egg was kind of lacking in calcium, so she's been getting hand-fed and getting a little bit of extra vitamins to help boost her. So it looks like we're at 47. I think that's... Whoop! Just threw the lid on the floor. Yeah, so she's gained a couple grams. Whoops, what is that? 47. Okay, so we'll do Indigo next. And she weighed 58 grams last month. So we'll get little Missy here. Also, an update. I don't remember if I've talked about this recently. So I took Snickers and Blaze to the vet, and the vet said she did not find any worms in the fecal, even though I'm pretty sure back in like December or January of this year, or last year, December of last year, January of this year, that I saw a worm moving around, and I even took a picture of it that was in Blaze's poop. and it looked like a pinworm. And so I don't know if those things can just disappear, but she said she didn't find any in the poop, so it was kind of like, well, it's kind of odd, but as long as there's nothing there, she said it wouldn't be necessary to treat for worms if there's not any, so I'm assuming that there's not any poop, or any worms, I mean. I'm going to pause this real quick. She is just not cooperating for me. Okay, I got her to sit still, so she is coming in at 57 grams. And that one, of course, is Ember's baby. Wait, nope. Glad I didn't write that. 57, because that was Dwix's page. I was like, hold on, that's not hers. So she lost 1 gram, but that's nothing too bad. They normally will always fluctuate once they hit the 2-year to 3-year mark. They always normally will fluctuate a little bit, but they always stay steady in a certain area. Okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, we'll do Twix now. He is going to be due for an upgrade to his tank because he's getting big. So soon, he's going to be getting one of these tanks right here. So we'll of course be getting and putting that one into storage. Okay, so he was 37 grams last month. And he should be 40 by now because he feels a lot heavier. So let me get and pause this real quick. Okay, so he's close to 40. He has gained 1 gram. This gecko literally is so slow to gain when it comes to weight. So looks like we're going to be waiting probably another couple weeks. So it'll probably be late April, early May to see if he's going to be up to weight to breed. At least he's slowly but surely getting there. Okay. Okie dokie, so we will write down 38 grams. Now we'll move on to the adults. I didn't show them last time, but I want to show them this time just because I'm going to be doing all of the geckos. Let me pick my cap off the floor. Okay, so Ember looks like she's peeking right here, so we'll go ahead and get her out. Whoop. Ember is my big beefy girl. She's... okay, here we go. Okay, so Ember is going to be 7 years old this year, which is crazy. Okay, which of course, Blaze and Mischief are the same age as her, like, born the same year, I should say anyway. So they all are going to be actually 7 years this year. Okay, 65 grams, which is not bad at all. That's actually what she was last month. Okay. So now we will weigh Magma, because Blaze is last because she's inside of this tank right here. Obviously the scale is sitting on that, so we can't get her out just yet. Oh, I'm sorry. I made her angry. Because she was like, nope. Not in the mood for any man attention, which is the little tail wiggle and that she did. Okay. So Mr. Magma. Go ahead and grab him out here. Whoop. In fact, I think I might give that other piece of cork to Blaze, because she doesn't have a lot of decor. Oh. And here we go with the whole finger biting thing. Okay. I'm going to see if maybe it'll weigh him while he's just sitting here doing this. So it looks like between... well, he's moving too much. Crap. Okay, so it looks like it shows him at 48. That's really small. That's kind of strange. Oh, okay, I guess that he was 50 last month, so I guess that's not terrible. It's just weird because last year he was in the like high 50s to low 60s, so it's just kind of weird that I guess this year he's smaller, which it's probably because he's going into season. Because it's kind of that time of the year. Oh, dang it. I'll be right back. Here, I had to, okay guys, so I have Blaze here, and I had to plug my phone into the charger because it come up telling me I had 5% charge left. So here is Blaze, and it looks like she's coming up 55 grams, and she's one of the ones that I'm thinking of breeding again this year with Magma, just to see what I can get, if I can get lucky again and get some nice tricoloreds like I did back in 2018. Because Mischief and Snickers are the only two of her babies that I kept from 2018. And then, of course, Indigo was the only baby of Ember's that I kept. So I'm just kind of curious if I can get something like that. I was thinking maybe having Twix bred with Blaze because he's a tricolored, but the fact that he's already going to be breeding with 2 other females, I didn't want that to wear him out. So, and of course Magma's as horny as he is, as you saw with, you know, him biting my hand and stuff. So, yeah, just decided we go ahead and try to breed those 2 again and see what happens. So I'll go ahead and go right down 56 grams, I guess. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here because that's all of the geckos weighed, and I'm looking behind me to make sure I've got everybody counted. So I think that's everyone. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you, of course, find it informative because I always like to keep records and stuff. It's very important to make sure that everybody's doing okay weight-wise and stuff, and making sure that normally weight loss is one sign of sickness, so that's normally always something that I will weigh them once a month, just to monitor and make sure nothing too crazy is going on. Obviously, if there was a drop in, like, let's say 5 grams, that's a huge weight loss for them, even though that might not seem like a lot. So if something were to ever happen, I'd be like, okay, this isn't normal. They did not weigh this little last time I weighed them. So then I'd know something's going on and to get a vet appointment made to, you know, figure out what's up. So, but anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to support the channel. And have a good rest of your evening.